4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.
Yes, yeah, welcome back onto another edition of In the Newsroom. This is a platform where we explain what happens in the news. Don't forget that a lot of things are happening on the desk. And when you're talking about in the newsroom, you're talking about what the reporters bring from different angles. This is the platform where you can meet with some people behind the news at OSBC conglomerate. And I can tell you that I have the flagship of the union of NUJ of OSBC conglomerate, Sucha, in the studio, who is going to be telling. But before we go into what we have, we are going to look at what is going to happen in the next few hours to come as NUJ OSBC Chapel is going to start an annual program. Then you are going to hear from the horse's mouth, the person behind the operation of the union as the chapel. That is OSBC. Is my guest. That is Comrade Latif Agbola. How are you, sir?
Jalil, thanks for having me. It's my pleasure being in the news. I've always told you I'm comfortable being in the newsroom because the newsroom is my home.
Thank you very much.
Anyway.
As a senior editor, reporter some years ago, you can still remember when you were junior staff, reporting, going from one place to the other. Okay, now you have come to the apex of the union in the chapel. That is the chairman. Yes, the chapel is running an annual festival in the next. Can you tell us some of the things you have for the people?
Well, thank you, Jalil. I didn't even expect that you asked me this question, but I'm very happy that you asked. You see, the annual pen week of NUJ is our annual ritual.
No.
If we can work 24/7, 365 days, there is nothing wrong in us having at least 1 week out of 52 weeks in a year for everybody to enjoy, to wine and dine. And that is why the forefathers in the union created this day as this week as a pen week for all of us. But there is a particular aspect of this year's pen week that is very, very interesting. That is the Ancestors' Day that we've just introduced. We introduced this because we thought, I'm talking about my executive together with my own person, that we thought that journalists, as we are, we always fight for people's rights. We always champion people's cause.
Even celebrating.
We always celebrate, but we don't have time to do that to ourselves. And I believe that is the highest, the zenith of injustice. Injustice done to yourself by yourself is the zenith of injustice. So we now decided to make sure that, okay, instead of waiting for people to celebrate us, why not celebrating ourselves? So, and that's why we look back.
People to come and join us.
Exactly. In this year of OSBC, NUJ OSBC Chapel, we have about 11 chairmen that are head forth in this chapel. So, since 1992, till 12, including myself. But we want to celebrate 11 of them, the first and the 11th, before I became the chairman. So this is a new thing we are introducing.
New trend.
Yes. Now by Sunday we are going to see our next church cathedral, Battle headquarters in Osogbo here. And after the church service, there is going to be a kind of a grand reception to be hosted by the commander of Amotekun in Osun State, Dr. Adeleke Omoyele. So I call on everybody, not all members of NUJ alone. Everybody, the friend, the well-wishers, all staff of OSBC to be there for us on Sunday. Yes. By Monday, we are going to have what we call free medical check-up. That check-up is being powered by Pathway Hospital, Kebale Osogbo here. And in fact, the CMD of that hospital has promised us that apart from the check-up, they are going to give people drugs for malaria and some other related ailments if discovered. And when the D-Day is coming on Thursday, the 26th, Thursday next week, we are talking about 6 days away. And that's when we are going to celebrate our ancestors, 11 of them. Then we are going to give our award of excellence out to some selected icons. So Yoruba people will say, I don't want to mention the names of those who are going to be beneficiary now. But I'm telling you, by that day, when you have a Kabiyesi Olowo of Kuta, Oba Makama, as the royal host of the day, you have the Olowo of Oba Kamarudin Adeyeju as the royal father of the day. You have D.I.J. Adewale Lawal as the father of the day. There is a brother of ours. He's a tech expert based in the United States of America. Prince Said Olalekan Oyetunde is going to be the chairman of the occasion. So we are expecting so many people: Senator Adagunla, Senator Edele Salam, Honorable Edele Salam, yes, Honorable Soji Adetunji, Honorable Gangaria. We are expecting Engineer Lekan Badmus, the Executive Director of NPA. We are expecting CEO of Gomina Radio, General Ayodele Agbola. We are expecting Otumba Rotimi Oromini Emmanuel, who is based in the United Kingdom. So as part of those who are going to celebrate that day, and Professor Abdulwasiu Ali from Foye, Federal University of Oyekiti, to be the guest speaker of that day, because we are going to discuss Nigerian independence. That Nigeria is crawling. 64 years after the independence, we are still scrolling. What's the problem? What's the way out? So the professor will do justice to this on Thursday. And when it is Friday, we are going to have a Jumat service to thank God for having a successful outing this year. And that Jumat service will hold at Nakomyo Jumat Mosque at Ayetoro, around Cemetery Ayetoro. And immediately after the Jumat service, the OCF chairman, Mr. Hashim Abioye, ESQ, is going to host our members, friends and well-wishers too, as we will do on Sunday. So to wrap up all the activities. So I believe it's a very good lineup, and I believe our people will turn out en masse to celebrate, because there is no way you will be working for 24/7 for a whole year and you won't have like 2-3 days to enjoy yourselves. Ó yẹ kó lásìkò tó fi gbádùn èèyàn wa ẹ̀bá wa ṣe o àjọṣe wa ni.
And people say that all these things that you have lined up is demobilization. Can we say that you have not exhausted the treasury of the union in doing all these things?
Let me.
You went to Foye, you went to UK, America.
One thing is, our treasury doesn't have enough to do that. But we are enjoying the passion of all executive members. We are all ready to do this. Let me tell you this, there is a particular member of my executive who is borrowing us 200,000 naira now. Somebody is lending us. Another one is lending us 50,000. Another one 30,000. That is how we are tasking ourselves in order to get this done. Not that we have something in the treasury. Exactly. So the issue is that because we are passionate, because we believe we need to do it, it's not always giving out award to people all the time. Let us give award to our own people too. Let's celebrate our leaders too. Exactly. So you'll be surprised when we are giving award out to 11 past chairmen. Talk about the cost of production of the plaque. Talk about the menu, the food, the drinks. Talk about the decoration. Talk about some other.
People say that those you want to give award to, there are people who are willing to do that. You can realize.
That's the other one. We have two of them are no more. Late Tunde Dowu and late Tunde Adeyemo. They are no more. You want to go and collect money from the family of the deceased when you don't give them. Even let me tell you, if they give us, we will take it. But I don't expect anything from this ancestors.
People say that you build them before you are able to.
No, I can never be part to that. In fact, before I became the chairman, there was a particular year. I think it's 2022. I was the chairman of the planning committee. I went to OSBC TV CICS to borrow to execute the project, because that was what I believe in, and that is what we are doing now. It's not a matter of we are doing business. No, if people give us, fine. If they don't give us, well, so be it. But the history will not forget that we do what we are expected to do, and even beyond the expectation. That's just it.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Then what is the reaction of the management of the corporation to all this one? Because it's too loud.
Honestly, when I was talking,
just a sharp,
it's a mistake.
Not state.
It's a mistake that I didn't even mention that Dr. Femi Adefila, the SA to the governor on OSBC matters, Engineer Maya Losho, our own DG, Mama,
Secretary,
DG and PS, Mama Jolade Garola, and our own Oga, who is now the PS, Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, Barrister Bimbola Babatunde. They are going to be the chief host of the day. You see the level. Now, there is no director in this corporation that is not with us. Even those who are not members of the NUJ.
The GM.
The GMs. Coincidentally, all the GMs are my members. And they are doing very, very well in supporting us. You'll be surprised. I read it on a particular platform now where the GM reality radio service directed the editors on duty to start using our promo. And that's the same thing the GM Osun is doing. Likewise, the GM OSBC radio here.
Total support,
including the GM OSBC TV.
And financial support.
No, financially, I told you, financially, I don't want to task anybody. We are tasking ourselves as
an activist. You still remain activist.
Exactly. Remember the other time when Mr. President was speaking, he said nobody should pity him. That we asked for leadership. We don't need to complain. Let us get this done. If at the end of the day we see people who come from nowhere or come from somewhere to give us support financially, so be it. Fine. If nobody has come, we have achieved what we target, and that's just my happiness and the happiness of all members of my schools. And these are wonderful people. They are with me. My vice chairman is the one who is lending us 200,000 naira from our own pocket.
Okay, let us look at it.
The assistant secretary has given us 50,000 from his own pocket. A member of the organizing committee has given us 30,000 only yesterday. Whenever they are exactly lent, but not that you must pay it immediately. Okay. It is that if eventually people give us something and we can return it immediately.
It's a simple business.
Not business.
Yeah, a simple one.
Not business in any way. Okay. It is the passion. I said to the spirit of we must get it done.
So somebody who lends you money is expecting that you are going to realize money.
No. He is expected us to be successful.
Okay, that is the target.
Yes. The issue is that if at the end of the day nobody gives us anything, we have the monthly check-up dues being paid by members, so we'll be pay back our debt instrumentally.
You always realize money.
And if you realize it, thank God.
Look at what happened the other time. That is last year, and some previous. There are some executive. They got the land, they built it. Then another one came. That is the last administration. They equip it with ICT, computer, everything. Then what's your project this year?
You see, I said something when I started talking now. I said we are doing what nobody has done. If, for example, we have our secretariat built by some chairmen and there's SSO in the past, we have the Hill Library too. Now, if you want me to go and start another structure, leaving those who labor for all the projects we are talking about, we are to celebrate those who labor for it.
It's those a project.
It's another project. Exactly.
Appreciation.
Exactly. Appreciation. These people are those who built what we are today enjoying. They need to be celebrated.
The project is what? Is celebration.
Exactly.
Of the icon.
That doesn't mean that if we have the resources, we won't do more than that. But for now, this is what we are doing this year. To mark our first anniversary. Yes, no, this is the just first anniversary. We came last September. We are celebrating the Pen Week this September. So we are just winding up the first year out of 3 years of our tenure.
Your grand matron always just wonder in the life of the NUJ. Has he promised you anything?
He hasn't promised us anything financially, but he promised us that he will be here live and direct. And that is Kabiyesi Olowo of Adekunle Oyelude, Osun, CON. If as big as Baba is, forget about whatever anybody may be saying. Baba is big. Baba is connected.
Even internationally.
Internationally, if we can come down from that pedestal to come and celebrate with us, it is an achievement. To me, it's an achievement.
And at the end of the day, Oliver Twist, you still...
Yes, if he gives us, he has always given us.
He gave cash. I don't want to mention the name, the amount of money.
But let's see what's going to happen this year.
Okay, now, thank you very much. Let us move on to the next one, because we place our own first. Yes, red alert on food nationwide. That is a negative thing. Food scarcity. Particularly, we are, during the last dry season, a lot of people, even I can see that majority of Nigerians survive. Then the rain has come. The prices of food have not reduced. Then what can you comment about this?
You see, three things. Yoruba people will say onile ni lowo, alejo di seru. The government must be blamed, because if you are in charge, you must show to people that you are in charge. Federal government, state government, and other component government have been given us the so-called palliative in form of rice, in form of maize, in form of garri. Where did they get it? And I'm fear, if this is not one of the problems we are having, maybe they are buying all this foodstuff from market.
Causing
scarcity.
And causing rise in price.
Rise in price.
And that is supposition.
That's yes. I believe there's no way
there's
that's
no logistic proof for it.
But Yoruba people will say gbogbo wa ni sowo. They are rolling out trailers of grains regularly. Where did we get all this grain?
If not from they may be imported.
Majority of what we are taking are homemade, not imported.